The way this one ends, it's like a movie, tears and all. Okay, so my opening statement may sound overly dramatic, but it's a pretty insane story. This summer, I got the opportunity to sing in a wedding in Oxford, Mississippi. It was for Kaylee Starter's wedding, and what's interesting is I sang a song that I wrote for Kaylee when she was a year old. Rewind, early 2000s, William Carey College. I'm cutting my teeth in the music department as I work towards my bachelor's degree. One of the first people I met on William Carey's campus was Lee Starter. He actually took me around and gave me my campus tour. He worked for the college at that time. His wife, Amanda, was actually in charge of one of the dormitories. And so I ended up becoming really good friends with Lee and Amanda. Several people in my friend circle actually worked at the dormitory under Amanda, and so I ended up hanging out, watching TV in the afternoons and evenings at the dorm a lot. And then along comes Kaylee. Amanda and Lee had their first child, Kaylee, and Kaylee grew up in the dorm around me and all of my friends. I still remember holding her when she was a baby. I remember watching her run around and play in the field right next to the dorm. As I was writing all of these songs in college, I ended up writing songs about the people that I knew. In the back of my lyrics journal, I still have leaflets of paper that were printed off of my computer laptop that I used in college. Before it died, I had enough sense to go in there and print all of the different lyrics and cut them out and stitch them into my lyric journal. And here's the song I wrote for Kaylee, Blue. I wrote it, copyright 2002. The exact date I actually wrote the song, completed the song, was January 25th, 2002. Because I was around music so much, you're not married, you don't have kids, your life literally is just sitting on that campus surrounded by music. I was more of a prolific writer at that time in my life, produced several bodies of work and several albums on some pretty insane, inferior recording equipment, if you think about it by today's standards. A lot of it recorded right there in my dorm room, some of it recorded in the music department, in the practice rooms, in various areas. I didn't have Pro Tools rig, I didn't have nice preamps, I had a few little microphones and a little Roland 8-track recorder. Some of my biggest musical influences have always been folk artists, and so a lot of my earliest songs were folk. And to this day, I still love folk music, and I still write songs that are based with that folk style. Now, what was so special about the wedding is Kaylee had no clue that I was coming. It was a total surprise, and I have never sang the song for her. She was a tiny little thing. I wrote the song, recorded it on a CD, and released the album. Her parents got a copy of the album. I never sang the song. I don't think I ever sang the song for her parents live either. It literally was a total shock to her. Kaylee chose the song to have her first daddy-daughter dance at the wedding. She wanted Blue, the song that they had danced to her entire life. About 6 months earlier, I'd gotten the call, and I was shocked. I was shocked. They said, hey, we would really don't know if you can work it into your schedule. And I was like, I'll be there. Like that's an amazing opportunity to get to see her on her wedding day and to surprise her with that special gift by singing the song that I wrote for her that, again, I never even got to ever perform. So I do have a video of the wedding. I know many of you are like, let's get to it. The sound isn't great, but hang around to the end of the video and I'll kind of break down some of the lyrics of the song and explain where I was at the time when I wrote it and sing a little of it for you here as well. I still remember completing the song, and Lee is an amazing photographer, and I was preparing at the time the Show and Tell album, which I ended up not releasing until 2005. I was already gone from college by the time this thing came out. But it's a lot of the music. It's 16 songs that I was working on through my college years that I ended up releasing on the album. Lee was an amazing photographer, and he said, let's go out to the train station downtown and take Kaylee along, and we'll get some pictures of you guys. So if you ever open the album artwork and look in it, right next to the song Blue, you'll see a little picture of Kaylee and me downtown Hattiesburg at the train station. And I still remember, just like it was yesterday, we ended up at the train station and then a couple of other locations and even the playground right next to campus. And we played. Me and Kaylee played around, and he snapped picture after picture after picture The wedding was amazing. It was really, really sweet. She was totally shocked. Lee told the crowd and Kaylee that he forgot the CD to the song for the first dance. And about the time that she starts to look panicked is when I walked out on stage, as Lee said. So we went to the next best thing. We actually brought the composer and the artist himself here to play the song live. And then of course it was really, really sweet, and they danced as I performed the song.
No, no, no. Plow down the ground you're feeling. Take a shallow step or two now, maybe the day will bring you new to you. Untie all the strings that bind you. Neath the many, greet the few. Okay, stop that feeling blue. One year you're in my arms, the next year you're playing in the yard. Oh, is it true? Could this girl be you? Plow down the ground you're feeling and take a shallow step or two now, maybe this day will bring you new to you. Untie all the strings that bind you. Neath the many, greet the few. Okay, stop that feeling blue. Wipe off your saddened face. Stop crying, then replace. Our hearts turn cold. We've watched your life unfold. All of us have plowed down the ground you're feeling. Take a shallow step or two now, maybe the day will bring you new to you. Untie all the strings that bind you. Meet the many, greet the few. Stop that feeling, Kaylee. Stop that feeling, Kaylee. Stop that feeling blue.
My writing style, even to this day, is pretty clear when it comes to lyrics. I like to paint a very clear picture. I don't like to use a whole lot of cryptic terms or to try to make people guess or be overly artistic with it. I like to lay it out as beautifully as I can, the picture for what's going down. And so the chorus is one of my favorite choruses I ever wrote. Plow down the ground you're feeling, literally watching her running through the yard at William Carey. Take a shallow step or two, maybe the day will bring a new. The line that hits home for me the absolute most is at the very end of the chorus. It simply says, meet the many, greet the few. All of those students would flow in and out of that dorm. They had all met Kaylee from time to time, but there were only a few people that she would constantly greet. Meet the many, greet the few. So there you have it. It's like a fairy tale story in real life. If you're interested in the song, I'm going to put the entire thing at the end of the video, but you can also get it online on Apple Music. I re-released the song and re-recorded it actually on the Retrospect album. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do so. Until next time.
Plow down the ground you're feeling. Take a shallow step or two now. Maybe the day will bring a new to you. Untie all the strings that bind you. Meet the many, greet the few. Stop that feeling blue. What a privilege it has been to watch you crawl then walk. I'll spend these days so few making time for you. A shallow step or two, and now maybe the day will bring a new to you. Untie all the strings that bind you. Meet the many, greet the few. Oh, Kaylee, stop that feeling blue. You're playing in the yard. Oh, is it true? Could this girl be you? Plow down the ground you're feeling. Take a shallow step or two, and now maybe the day will bring that bind you. Meet the many, greet the few. Oh, Kaylee, stop that feeling blue. Wipe off your saddened face. Stop crying, then replace. Our hearts turn cold. We've watched your life unfold. All of us have